This obnoxiously yellow package is a DHL package sent to me from Noble Knight. And if you don't believe me, well, here's proof. Wrapping paper. So inside this paper, of course, is my game, which is Circle of Hands, the new Heartbreaker Fantasy Redemption game, resurrecting some ideas he had in the 90s for a fantasy game called Circle of Hands. Very grim game. It's released through Adept Press, and I think most people would normally order it through his site, but I'm not a big fan of entering my information in again and again and again and again. So I went with a retailer I know once they got their hands on it. So I had to wait much longer than everybody else in order to get it. Now looking inside, you can see it's very stark black and white, which matches its theme. Pretty small font, 2 columns, that sort of thing. But what's striking me as I look at it probably more closely than you can here is that there's a lot of attention paid both to explaining the game or the situation and what's behind it. So the eye here, at least to my eye, is helping the game master and the players get inside the head of the designer first, so that when they go through the game, it makes more sense, and it makes the type of sense that was intended, right, to help minimize the confusion. Now, I don't know if that assessment is correct, but as I go through piece by piece, I'm going to be evaluating that initial response. Now, it's described as a very grim and gritty, mud and dung Iron Age game. We'll see how well that is actually manifested. It's also described as a fantasy heartbreaker or a redemption attempt. And we'll see, well, how accurate that assessment is too. Circle of Hands by Ron Edwards through Adept Press.